Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You join us at a cold and breezy Sandy Park. We're a little bit delayed for kickoff here, but excitement is building. We're due to be underway at 3 o'clock. So before we get going, let's have a quick run through of the teams. We'll start with our visitors for today. Fullback Helen Nelson, she's joined in the back three by Bo Westcombe-Evans and Ellen Scantlebury. In the centres, it's Emily Scarrett and Bulu Mataitonga. The halfbacks, Lucy Weaver and Helena Rowland. And up front row, Katie Trevarthen, Catherine Tredder and Christine Balil. In the second rows, Abby Duguid and Lily Ives Campion. And a back row, Captain Rachel Malcolm, Sadia Kabea and Daisy Hibbert-Jones. On the bench for the visitors, Kendall Wardby, Amelia Williams and Catherine Wells make up the replacement front row. Hayley Taufu'u, Sarah Swoboda, Jess Weaver is a late replacement. She comes in for Megan Davey. Carmela Morel and Caris Williams-Morris make up the replacements. For the Chiefs, bit of a change in the back line. Alex Tessier, who's been playing 10 recently, she starts at fullback. Ailey Sinclair and Katie Buchanan on the wings. In the centres, Gabby Cantona is joined by Meryn Doidge at 13. Halfbacks, Brooke Bradley continues in the 9 shirt. She's joined by Robin Wilkins at 10. Up front, Hope Rogers, Emily Totosi and Dalika Menin continue in the front row. Nicola Friday joins Captain Poppy Leach in the second row. And it's Ebony Jeffries, Maisie Allen and Rachel Johnson who make up the 8. On the bench, Clee Maloney, Demi Swan and Lizzie Hanlon, replacement front row. Harriet Miller-Mills, Taz Bricknell and Adele McMahon. And finally, Olivia Ortiz and Kaneko Kobayashi rounding out the Chiefs squad. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined today by Claudia MacDonald. Welcome, Claude. How are we?
Thank you very much. Yeah, really good. Excited for this match that's about to come. And yeah, looking forward to a bit of a battle between Loughborough Lightning and Exeter Chiefs.
Absolutely. As we approach kickoff then, what are we expecting from Loughborough today? Should be a tough encounter in tricky conditions here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think part of that is gonna bode well for Loughborough. They've got 3 excellent kickers in their back line in Emily Scarrett, Helen Nelson and Helena Rowland playing 10, 12 and 15. I think they're going to use it today. I think they're going to use that kicking game. The pitch is really big. The conditions, whilst it's not raining now, it has been, so we're happy, perhaps a slippery ball out there. But yeah, I think, on the reverse of that, I think Exeter Chiefs are going to front up. We've got Robin and Tessier both playing 10 and 15 today, both again with a great kicking game, great game management ability. So yeah, I think there's going to be a bit of a battle for that backfield, and then an absolute battle up front. And hopefully Chiefs, that's where they're going to power through, and they're going to be more powerful than Loughborough up front.
Absolutely, as Loughborough Lightning take to the field, led out by Captain Rachel Malcolm. They'll be looking for a big performance down here in the southwest. Good to see Emily Scarrett back on a starting team sheet as well. She's been out for a long time. Fantastic to see her running out, and I'm sure fans will be excited to see her go. As Claudia said, there's some mouth-watering matchups between these two. Big noise at Sandy Park. Nicola Friday leading out the Chiefs. It's her 50th appearance for the side. Wonderful to see her, a fantastic servant of the Chiefs, followed by Poppy Leach and the Exeter Chiefs side. Met by a rousing reception in this West Grandstand here. Good crowd in again for what promises to be a fantastic encounter between two very good sides. Quick word before we get going, Claudia. We had the Bucks fixture here earlier, University of Exeter taking the win over the University of Edinburgh. How important is that pathway for the Exeter Chiefs?
I think it's huge. I think it's something that a lot more Premiership teams are now starting to tap into, is that using that Bucks system. And the quality of the Bucks League has just improved and improved and improved every year. The Exeter setup is fabulous. With Poppy Leach, our captain, coaching down there at Exeter University, she's sort of bringing Exeter Chiefs into the uni by the same systems, similar cooling systems, just having that familiarity of faces there as well. It means that when those girls are pulled up, when and if that happens, they've got that familiarity in Chiefs, and suddenly it's slightly less daunting.
Absolutely. Here we go then. Tessier kicking us off right to left, immediately taken in by Emily Scarrett. She gets her hands on the ball early. Loughborough go out the back, ball's on the ground, but no damage done. And they go to that boot early, but out on the full, ball passed back into the 22. It's going to be Chiefs with the early attacking ball. And we know off a line out, that set phase play, Claudia, such a great attacking opportunity.
Yeah, this is where Exeter are really powerful. They're really dominant here. I would expect them probably to have a go at the maul early days, see how we get on, have a little, test yourselves early, see how it looks for the rest of the game, and then you know the sort of plays that you can rely on for the whole 80 minutes.
Absolutely. Here we go then. Rachel Johnson takes it in. Maisie Allen bouncing off the back. She looks for the offload for Cantona, but unfortunately our referee this afternoon just getting in the way. But drill's looking good. That's excellent to see. This line out well drilled, well called by Poppy Leach. We know what a technician she is in this area, and we're packing down for the first scrum of the match. Another area where Exeter have been notoriously powerful, that front row, Hope Rogers, Emily Tutosi and Dalika Menin, scary prospect for any side to come up against.
Yeah, they're a powerful front row. I think that's where Exeter are really fortunate. We've got a replacement front row that are really good as well, and our scrum has been a real weapon that we've been able to use throughout the season so far. So I hope, there's a free kick there to start off with, but hopefully we're going to see that throughout the game come into our weapon in its own.
Absolutely. Rachel Johnson on her first destructive carry of the night. Bradley finds Nicola Friday, offloads to Dalika Menin well. Menin always gets over the gain line. Brooke Bradley again then. Bouncing ball well picked up by Ebony Jeffries on the far right hand side. Quick ball here for the Chiefs. Bradley comes back this way. Inside ball from Poppy Leach. Bradley again going down the short side, finds Maisie Allen, takes it into contact. Good attacking phases here. Nice bit of counter-rucking there though from Loughborough Lightning, forcing the mistake from Brooke Bradley. Nice phase play though from the Chiefs, getting their hands on the ball early, going to those power runners, and just a little knock on at the base. We'll have our second scrum of the game.
I think there we've had a little taste of how I think Loughborough are going to play today. There's been a couple of breakdowns in the row there where Brooke's been under real pressure. I think that's somewhere that Loughborough are going to go at. They're going to go at our breakdowns. They're going to try and slow us down. They're going to try and put Brooke under as much pressure as possible, because that's the way to really get to this Chiefs team. So I think we've got to be careful. We've got to look after our own ball, otherwise I think we're going to end up with more problems exactly like this for the whole 80 minutes.
Absolutely. It's a formidable back row Loughborough have brought. Sadia Kabir, Rachel Malcolm and Daisy Hibbert-Jones. First scrum then. Hibbert-Jones off the back, well shackled by Maisie Allen. Lucy Weaver, quick ball, and it looks like Loughborough setting up for their exit. Back it goes to Helena Rowland. Good kick from the outside half. Nice exit play there. Good structures going through for Loughborough Lightning, but Chiefs with a throw into the line out. A nice attacking ball once again. It's going to be Tutosi who will restart with a line out. Quite often we see Ebony Jeffries, Maisie Allen in the midfield off these line outs, Claudia. Very good at getting Chiefs on the front foot.
Yeah, they're excellent ball carriers, but they've both got really good skill sets as well. So I think, yeah, they can carry really hard, they can challenge defences to put a shot on them, but then they can also pull the ball out wide. So it gives us, extra players to allow us to go at defences.
Well, speaking of going at defences, Gabby Cantona over the gain line. Nicola Friday on this occasion with the carry. Nice quick ball for Bradley. She finds Wilkins. Out to Maisie Allen now. Allen takes it in. Good presentation. Hope Rogers, her first carry of the game. First of many, I suspect. Bradley finds Wilkins, but that one just slipping through the fingers. It is cold out there. The wind is whipping through Sandy Park, as it always does. And Robin Wilkins not quite able to hold that one. But midfield scrum, let's see if Chiefs can put some pressure on Loughborough ball. It started to creak a little bit on the last occasion, and I'm sure that this pack will go hunting.
Yeah, I think Robin just needs to settle into this game. She'll probably be putting a lot of pressure on herself. She hasn't had a huge amount of game time in Chiefs shirt this season, and I think this might be one of, if not her first start at 10.
Yeah.
But she's got buckets of experience, and I think as this game progresses, she'll become more comfortable, and we'll see that decisiveness in her play as she settles into the game.
Yeah, absolutely right. Robin Wilkins has been playing away in the Celtic Challenge quite a bit this season. Good to see her back out at Sandy Park, and it gives the option to have Alex Tessier back at fullback, which is probably her preferred position. So good to see how those two play together. All right, it's going to be Lucy Weaver to put the ball to this scrum. Big hit coming in from the Chiefs. Look to get the march on early, but Weaver does well to get it out the back. Finds Helena Rowland, sends it downfield, safely gathered in by Alex Tessier. She looks to the air. That one holding up a bit in the wind, but well taken in by Helena Rowland. She did well. That was a tricky ball to gather, and it's decent attacking front foot ball here for Loughborough. They go left. Finds Matai Tonga. She takes the ball in. Good counter-rucking, but it's cleaned up well by Scarrett at the base. Weaver again. Nelson out into the midfield. Sadia Cabella with her first carry. Oh, unfortunately for Loughborough Lightning, just as they start to go through those phases, another little knock on there. Both teams just settling their way into this game. No one is going to want to overplay too much in their own half, I think, with the wind conditions as they are. I don't think we'll see too much ball played within each half. But good to see some of those Loughborough Lightning players getting their hands on the ball early. We know what sort of destructive runners Sadia Cabella is, obviously very dangerous with ball in hand, so Chiefs will have to be mindful of that in defence, Claude.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if we go back to that scrum just before, Loughborough set up with two kickers on one side and another kicker on the other side. That's really difficult for 15, even as experienced as Tessier, to deal with, because they've got options there to go at. But yeah, I think they've got the power up front, and we've just got to front up. I think that's where Chiefs are really good. Our phase play defence is so driven, it's so detailed, that it can be really difficult to break down Exeter Chiefs. Yeah, absolutely. Little knock on, unfortunately, on that occasion from Nicola Friday. Turnover ball for Lightning, and they look to send it downfield through one of those kickers. Well taken in by Robin Wilkins. Wilkins looks downfield, finds a bit of grass, splits Rowland and Nelson. And that's good from the Chiefs. Good pressure by Robin Wilkins, finding a bit of space in that backfield. It's difficult to clear. It's a big pitch, Sandy Park. It's difficult to get too much distance from the centre of the park, and this should set the Chiefs up nicely for another attacking opportunity. Yeah, great outcome there for Chiefs. I think Robin's work rate there. I think it was Helena Rowland that sent it. When she looked up, she saw a space, but Robin's speed to get to that backfield and cover that kick option was really good. And that means that she's on the front foot. She's then looking at the space that she wants to kick into. So a really good piece of work there from Robin. Totosi to throw in. Up it goes. Well taken by Rachel Johnson. Quick ball off the top. Cantona finds Jeffries. Maisie Allen coming back on the angle there. Meeting of worlds between Allen and Sadia Cabella. Both been competing for the England 7 shirt in recent years. Brooke Bradley comes back this way, finds her captain, offloads to Nicola Friday. Good carry by Friday, gets the Chiefs back on the front foot. Robin Wilkins out the back to Gabby Cantona. There's a bit of space here for the Chiefs. Meryn Doidge coming round. Good fend by Meryn Doidge. Well presented. Bradley again finds Jeffries, but another ball just spilled just as they were starting to build a little bit of momentum there. Emily Scarrett looking to just chip it through, but the referee will bring them back. Nice to see the Chiefs going through that phase play. Good to see Meryn Doidge getting her hands on the ball from 13. I know she's enjoyed playing outside centre a bit this season. Yeah, brilliant. I think she's an excellent player. She's got a great skill set that makes her a really good option to have at 13. Her communication on pitch is brilliant. So hopefully that's going to see us open up those wide channels even that little bit more. I think I would have liked to see Casey just hold a bit more depth, hold a little bit of width there. She got ahead of the ball, which just cuts off Meryn's options a little bit in attack. But I think that's a little bit of cohesion between each other. We're not used to having Meryn necessarily at 13. I think that's only going to grow again over these 80 minutes. Another big scrum coming in from Chiefs there, but Lightning do well to get it away. Scarrett on that crash ball. Lucy Weaver looks to set herself up for the exit. Ball goes back to Helena Rowland. She sends it downfield. Big kick by Helena Rowland. She gets great length on that kick. I can hear Susie Appleby screaming at Tessia to go at them. She obliges, carrying into that Lightning defence. Brooke Bradley finds Hope Rogers. Out the back to Wilkins. Another good crash ball there from Maisie Allen. Powerful run from the Chiefs back rower. Wilkins again then. Poppy Leach sends it wide to Ailey Sinclair. Sinclair puts it on the toe, finds a lot of space in field. Chiefs go chasing after it, but it's well tracked back on that occasion by Helena Rowland. Did well to cover the space and to exit. But Chiefs
all the territory with Exeter at the moment, keeping Loughborough pinned back, not really allowing them any opportunities to clear much beyond the Chiefs' 10-metre line. Positive start, Claudia.
Yeah, really positive. I think already we're seeing Chiefs move the ball really well. You know, we're playing out the back and we're challenging that midfield defence that Loughborough have got. You know, are they good enough to defend several layers of attack? You know, we're making good decisions in the backfield. Loughborough are dropping quite a lot and they're trying to cover that kick battle. So I think, yeah, we're going to find spaces through the middles and we've just got to keep patient, keep going at it. This will be our second, like, really big attacking line-out in almost an identical space. So hopefully we can actually get away with the score.
So unfortunately on that one, just drifting wide. It's tricky conditions for line-out throwers, for hookers today. It's not going to be easy. And Loughborough decide to go for the line-out themselves. I think they're avoiding scrums already, which is a positive sign for this Chiefs pack. So it's going to be Catherine Tredder to throw in with their first line-out of the afternoon. In it goes from Tredder then, just through the arms and into the waiting grasp of Dalika Menin. She offloads well to Todosi, drives the Chiefs into the 22. Poppy Leach, quick ball here, finds Cantona. Deutsch out to Tessier. Tessier wide to Katie Buchanan. Katie cutting in field on that occasion, looking to recycle the ball. Quick ball to Ebony Jeffries. She offloads to Poppy Leach. Brooke Bradley finds Wilkins. Short ball to Dalika Menin. Dalika, so dangerous on the front foot, shows a real turn of pace. What a score from the tight head prop. There aren't many tight heads who can do that, Claudia. Impressive stuff from the Canadian international.
It's the modern tight head, isn't it? Like Sarah Byrne does something similar, but Dalika is lightning quick. She is so quick. She's really fit, and she's an absolute weapon when she's got ball in hand. And again, you know, that's Chiefs moving the ball around, challenging into wider spaces, saying, you know what, we're going to go to one wing, and then we're going to go all the way back to the other. And can you defend us doing both of that with all the layers that we've got in between? So again, a really cohesive, really dominant attacking bit of skill there by Exeter.
Worrying signs here for the Chiefs. It looks like Katie Buchanan who's down, and she looks in a fair bit of pain. Let's hope that's not too serious, as Gabby Cantona lining up her conversion then. She's looked very good off the boot recently.
Yeah, she's a very composed kicker, Gabby. She's always practicing it. I think there's a few kickers here that do that.
Yeah.
Slots that one.
A little bit worried we were putting the commentator's curse on her on that occasion, Claudia, but no worries. Lovely kick from Cantona, and Exeter Chiefs take an early 7-0 lead. However, they are going to be forced into an early change. Katie Buchanan, unfortunately, being helped from the field. Let's hope that's not as serious as it looks. It's Kaneko Kobayashi who's come on, so a little bit of a reshuffle. We might see Kobayashi go straight onto the wing. Let's see how that plays itself out. I'm sure Nicola Friday will claim she meant to do that from the restart, but I'm not sure she did, but it's all worked out.
I'll say I'm a Gaelic footballer, of course I meant to do it.
Brooke Bradley then just setting up her exit plan. Back to Robin Wilkins, puts it on the toe. Again, finding space, but gathered in that time by Ellen Scantlebury. Takes it into the heart of the Chiefs' defence. Hope Rogers, great turnover by the American loosehead prop, first player in there. And it's back to Robin Wilkins again. She sends it downfield, looking for space. Well covered in the end by Helen Nelson, who did well to drop back. She looks up, looks for space, looking for that 50-22. Robin Wilkins was across there, but that was tight. I think they're going to call it just outside the 22, which is lucky for the Chiefs. Good awareness of space there from Helen Nelson. She did well to spot the gap and to challenge that 50-22.
Yeah, and again, that's the threat of this Loughborough team. We spoke about it before. But yeah, the number of kickers they've got across that back line. So we need to be careful that, yeah, we can kick to the space. We need to be, if we're kicking to space, we need to make sure that ball bounces. So they don't have time to be on the front foot with that kick balance. Same way that Robin was earlier on. And had a really nice kick back that they then ended up putting out.
Chiefs, that one just dropping short. It's turned over for Lightning, and they're immediately on the attack. Big carry by Abby Duguid. She's straight into the over the advantage line. Scarrett then, looking wide, finding Scantlebury. Good tackle back there by Alex Tessier, but Lightning just 5 metres out. Scarrett, powerful carry. She's hauled down a metre short. They go to the pick and go game. They look like they're over, but that's just recycled. There's a pile of bodies. Lightning pressing and getting the try. Pick and go game coming up trumps for the visitors. All came from that overthrown line out from the Chiefs, and that turnover ball is so difficult to defend. Interesting to see who got that final score. It may well have been, let's see who's come up with the ball. Is it captain Rachel Malcolm, I think, who has been awarded the try. Important for Chiefs to reset a bit here, Claude. Katie going off, bit of a reshuffle.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Kaneko's gone to the wing. It'll be interesting to see whether she stays there and whether they keep, obviously she's a 13, really, so whether they keep Kaneko at 13, move Kaneko back to 13 and put Merrin to the wing, or keep it as it is. But either way, I think there's plenty of talent out there to make up for Katie going off, which is a big loss. She's been outstanding this year. But, you know, I think, look, this has happened to Chiefs a few times where just one error, one uncharacteristic error has ended up in a score for the opposition. So we just got to stay composed. I think when we've got ball in hand, we look really dangerous. So we just got to get back down there, get possession, and then have another go at that try line. Absolutely, quite right. Fantastic conversion by Helena Rowland. But Chiefs looking to get back on the front foot then. It's going to be Alex Tessier with the restart. Sends it into the Lightning 22. Taken in again by Emily Scarrett. She puts the ball on the toe. That one drifting out just between the 10-metre and halfway line. And it's going to be Chiefs who have the throw into the line out again. So, good opportunity here for Exeter to get straight back into their phase play and start putting pressure on this Loughborough defence. Emily Titosi looking to redeem herself from the last throw. Just through the grasp of Rachel Johnson, but it's swept up at the back. And Chiefs awarded the penalty. Referee saying no release, and Brooke Bradley takes it quickly. Poppy Leach in at 9 again, finds Nicola Friday. Another good carry from the Irish international. Brooke Bradley back down that short side. Rachel Johnson finds Maisie Allen. Good feet from the open side. And it's Ailey Sinclair who takes it in. Bradley again finds Tatosi, offloads it to Dalika Menon. Good tackle on the gain line from that Lightning defence. Wilkins out to Friday again. She's got through a lot of work early in this match, Nicola Friday. Wilkins looking for her power runners, this time Ebony Jeffries. Tatosi pops it up, finds Hope Rogers, carrying into the teeth of that Loughborough defence. Quick ball. There's a bit of space out wide if the Chiefs can work it there. Cantona finds Dalika Menon. She gets it wide to Ailey Sinclair. Sinclair cuts in field. Chiefs now well inside this Loughborough 22. Once again, it's Nicola Friday carrying up. Brooke Bradley with a pick and go at the base. Just trying to make sure those Lightning defenders were sharp. This time, Tatosi carries it in. Back it goes to Wilkins. She looks cross field. It's Kaneko Kobayashi who's out there. Couldn't quite get her hands on the ball on that occasion, Kobayashi. But there was a bit of space out there. Nice cross field kick by Robin Wilkins, and we're coming back for a penalty to the Exeter Chiefs. So, better, Claudia. Nice to see Chiefs going through those phases, stressing this Lightning defence. Yeah, some really good attack there from Chiefs. I think the defence from Loughborough was actually incredibly good. They're filling the field really well. They're keeping their players on feet. And you know, there's a whole bunch of phases there where Loughborough were keeping Chiefs away from that gain line. I think that's really important because Chiefs Chiefs have got some excellent forward carriers. They've got some really powerful up-front carriers, and the fact that Loughborough aren't letting them get gain line is really important for Loughborough. But yeah, again, for Chiefs, they're finding the space when they're going to one edge and then they're going all the way back, and they're really challenging Loughborough to defend the entire pitch and from one wing all the way to the other. So I think they need to keep doing that, need to keep trusting their ability to move the ball and challenge those edge spaces.
Absolutely. However, I'd be surprised if we see too much ball movement from this position. Totosi gets it in, and Chiefs go to that maul. Totosi in the driving seat at the back, spinning infield, but still moving forward here from the Chiefs. Well defended though by Lightning. They've come round well and slowed that one up. Dalika Menin bursts off the back. She stopped a couple of metres short. Nicola Friday on the carry. Within the last 1 metre to go, Brooke Bradley pops it up. Nice quick hands from Poppy Leach. Referee holds his arm out for another advantage. Totosi, pick and go from the hooker. Crowd starting to make some noise getting behind the Chiefs. This time it comes out to the backs. Ailey Sinclair looks for space, finds Kaneko Kobayashi, and the Japanese international just come onto the field. She slides in the corner for Chiefs' second try of the afternoon. Nice play there from Exeter, tightening up the defence, going through those forward pick and goes, and then eventually spreading the ball wide, finding the space.
Yeah, I think that's really cool to see Chiefs back in their skill set in that area. You know, Robin asking for that ball to go wide, and Brooke getting the comms and pulling that trigger. I think that's something that perhaps we haven't done in matches gone. So really, really good composure. I like the work rate from Ailey Sinclair coming in from her wing all the way to the other to add an extra player to that attack, which was really important to get those numbers up on the Loughborough defence. You know, Loughborough were defending those pick and goes and those big forward carries. They were defending them really well. You know, with double tackles, and Chiefs were struggling to get go for where perhaps in other games they have, and they would expect themselves to score under the post there. But actually, they've shown the ability that yes, they can go through their forwards, but they can also bring in defences, suck them all in, and then go out wide and score on the wings. So, you know, great bit of finishing there from Kaneko, great composure on the edge, but some really good skill sets under a lot of pressure there to get the ball to the width.
Absolutely right. Cantona then, tough conversion from on this wide left-hand side. Line's good, but that one just dropping under the bar. So Exeter Chiefs take the lead, 12 points to 7 over Loughborough Lightning with just over 20 minutes played here at Sandy Park. And it's going to be Lightning with the restart. Helena Rowland giving the call. And they're going to look to go downfield. This one finds Maren Doige. She offloads quickly to Nicola Friday. Friday carrying well on her 50th appearance, getting through a lot of work. Brooke Bradley finds Doige out into Dalika Menin in the midfield. Always gets over the gain line, Dalika Menin. Such an impressive ball carrier. And fantastic there for the Chiefs. Earn the penalty, give themselves the opportunity to exit. And I'm sure Tessier, who is one of the longest kickers in this PWR league, will look to get the Exeter side downfield. How important is it, Claudia, to have someone with a big boot? Or maybe I gave her a bit too much of a build up there, that one coming just off the side. But how important is it to have a player with a big boot like Alex Tessier and Robin Wilkins in your side? Yeah,
it's really, really important. I think that's a part of the women's game that's progressed massively, and even in the last 5 years, is the kicking ability. And that's not that it wasn't there before, but I think there's more strategy built around it. And with more teams having a great kicking strategy, you've got to have it in your team so that you're playing in the right areas of the pitch.
Quite right. Chiefs then go to Nicola Friday at the back and set up that maul. Making some good ground here, crossing the 10-metre line. That one's been pulled down. The referee holds out an arm for the advantage. This is free ball here for the Chiefs to play with. Bradley out to Cantona. Wilkins in the back. Just looking for Maren Doige, but that one doesn't quite go to hand. But with a penalty advantage, we come back. And that's excellent exit play. Earn the penalty in your 22, go to the maul, next penalty, work your way downfield.
Yeah, that's exactly why you use them all in that area of the pitch, is to try, you know, test your forwards, test their forwards, see if you can get another penalty out of it and gain another 10, 15 metres of free ground with a kick to touch.
Absolutely.
You know, I think Des herself would be disappointed with those last couple of kicks, but even so, it gives us a platform from which to attack and go at Loughborough. I think perhaps it would have been nice to have that ball moved a little bit quicker from that maul. Loughborough would have had slightly less time to reset their defence, but let's see what we can do here.
Totosi to throw in then. Finds her captain, Poppy Leach. And they go again to that driving maul. Totosi gets herself into the driving seat. Swing round the corner. This time, Loughborough do well to hold things up, but Chiefs still working forwards. Dalika Men at the back there. She's tackled by captain Rachel Malcolm, so Chiefs onto the front foot. Poppy Leach with the carry. Finds Hope Rogers. Hope Rogers offloads well to Maisie Allen, but she's well met on the advantage line by Helena Rowland. Back down this short side. Dalika Menin again. Good carry by Menin. She's got him on the front foot. Leaves the ball go. Picks it up and she's off. Into the Lightning 22. Quick ball here. Brooke Bradley goes right. Finds Wilkins. Out the back. Well, great hands by Gabby Cantona. Nice feet by Alex Tessier. She offloads to Ailey Sinclair. Sinclair not tackled, gets up, goes again. Brooke Bradley comes back. Inside ball from Nicola Friday to Emily Totosi. Good attacking ball here for the home team. Bit of a tough one there for Rachel Johnson. She takes the ball and Sadia Kabir at the same time, but the ball's recycled. Good carry by Meryn Deutsch onto the front foot. Bradley looks down the short side, finds Tessier. She's well met by the Lightning defence. Once again, that inside ball. This time it's Poppy Leach who carries it up. Bradley back down the short side through Friday. Loughborough look to compete, but Chiefs recycle. Hope Rogers coming back on the angle. Another. She puts the ball down, picks up, and off she goes again. Chiefs just 10 metres away now. Bradley, great pass by Wilkins, lovely line by Ebony Jeffries. Crowd starting to find their voice. Wilkins again, offloads to Dalika Menin. She's well wrapped up by Emily Scarrett, but does well to stay on her feet, fighting for those extra yards. Bradley again, to Tosi. Ebony Jeffries coming back on an angle. Chiefs go right, Cantona. She challenges the defence, 5 metres out now. Good quick ball. Ailey Sinclair carrying hard. Patient work here from the Chiefs. Rachel Johnson. Cantona offloads to Jeffries. Another good tackle coming in from Scarrett. Poppy Leach on the carry, just looking to set up here. Slower ball this time. Loughborough looking to disrupt at the base of that ruck, but Chiefs recycle. Once again, Hope Rogers, she gets Chiefs back on the front foot. They go right. Rachel Johnson, still just one out carries, but that's powerful work by Johnson. Coming back midfield, Emily Totosi this time. Cantona just fighting to get those extra yards, the Chiefs. It pops out the back, but it's well taken in by Maisie Allen. Referee holds his arm out for an advantage. It's out the back to Wilkins. She chips over the top again, looking for space. However, just overcooked. Kobayashi couldn't get on the end of that one. However, nice phase play from the Chiefs. Patient work inside the 22 and earning that penalty.
Yeah, really patient from Chiefs, but also some excellent defence got in there from Loughborough. I think almost every single one of those phases was met with a double tackle. And again, Chiefs are the sort of team that after 10, 15 phases in the 22, they're expecting themselves to score, as would any team.
I suppose say that? That's one way of doing it. If in doubt, Hope Rogers, tap and go, puts her head down, and she is so difficult to stop in positions like that. Such a powerful ball carrier. She gets Chiefs over for their third try of the afternoon. I mean, you can go through phases all you want, but sometimes when you've got a ball carrier like Hope Rogers, good to just give her the ball and let her have a charge.
Yeah, I think that's why consistently she's one of the highest try-scoring players in the Chiefs squad. Because, yeah, she is incredibly difficult to tackle. But, yeah, again, having said that, to go back to Loughborough's defence, very, very good. Even when Chiefs were able to make line breaks, you know, they make a line break through Dalika or through Hope. The composure of Loughborough to get themselves back on the front foot with their defence was very, very impressive. You know, their ability to respond to those and to still feel the field, not get sucked into that area of attack, was very good. And again, yeah, Chiefs having to really work for that try, which is what you want. But again, great from Chiefs. I think there was a moment there where perhaps, you know, they could have gone wide again. There were options on the wide. You can see Kaneko asking for that ball and wide. But again, with that penalty advantage, it's really good to see Robin pulling that out the back and just having a go, making their backfield question themselves who they have to defend.
Absolutely. Spoken like a true winger, Claudia. All right, so Chiefs 19 points to 7 up here, just passing the half-hour mark at Sandy Park, as Helena Rowland looks to get things going again for Lightning. Downfield, once again, picking out Meryn Deutsch. Same process as last time. Straight to Nicola Friday, who carries hard into the defence. Well met by that Lightning double tackle. Chiefs going through exactly the same phase play as last time, finding men in the midfield. They go right. Cantona running into Emily Scarrett. Scarrett with a good tackle, driving the American international back. Menin then coming round the corner, finds a bit of space in that wide channel. A little bit isolated, but she does well there. Rachel Johnson with an important clear out. Rogers finds Totosi in the midfield. Well met again by another Lightning double tackle. Chiefs go back then to Wilkins in the pocket, sends it downfield. Good distance on that kick. Helen Nelson now, though, looking to run it back. She gets it back to Bo Westcombe-Evans. Brings it back over the halfway line. Referee holds the arm out for the advantage. Chiefs not getting out of that breakdown quick enough, and Lightning with an opportunity to get some time inside the Chiefs half. They haven't had much time down there so far in the first 40 minutes, so let's see what they can do on attack.
Yeah, I think we had a little look there at what Helena Rowland also likes to do. You know, she's a really formidable ball player. She's really good on her feet as well as a kicking game. And they're just picking off Ailey, who had put a great kick chase in, but, you know, was there on her own. So Loughborough able to capitalise that with the footwork of and the partnership of Helen Nelson and Helena Rowland.
Lightning off the top on this occasion, looking for Scarrett in the midfield. Gets on the front foot. They go back down that short side. Weaver carried in this time by Rachel Malcolm. Weaver again into the midfield. Big carry coming in by Abby Duguid. Out to Rowland. Rowland finds Scarrett. Scarrett finds Nelson coming back on the angle. Go back into the midfield here. Struggling to make much ground so far. This Chiefs defence holding up well. Saja Kabea carries into them. Lightning continue to go left. Rowland finds Westcombe-Evans. Good carry by the winger. Good ground made. Just outside the Chiefs 22. Lightning once again carrying it into the heart of this Chiefs defence. Good hands in the midfield. Maitonga that time. Chiefs looking to compete over the ball. Fantastic work by Rachel Johnson on that occasion. She is so strong. When she gets into those positions, Claudia, she's almost impossible to shift, and really important penalty there with Lightning starting to build some pressure. Yeah,
a brilliant bit of work from Rachel Johnson, but also from Maisie Allen. She'd almost committed to that first tackle, and then seeing that the ball, she kept her head up, she keeps looking at where the ball is, she sees the ball's past the player behind her. She's able to slide off really easy and get to that second tackle. So a really great bit of work from Maisie Allen with the double defence. I'm sure she's putting a lot of pressure on herself in this game, you know, coming up against Sadie Kabea in the Loughborough shirt. A real battle for the 7 shirt there between the two of them. Two incredibly good athletes, incredibly good rugby players. Who, yeah, I'm sure will both be trying to prove themselves going into the Six Nations in this game here. So, yeah, really, really great work from Rachel Johnson, created by the defensive effort of Maisie Allen.
Absolutely. Just one of the mouth-watering matchups that we've got here at Sandy Park this evening. Two players who have worn that Red Roses 7 shirt in recent seasons going head-to-head. Little break in play here. while we wait for a bit of treatment for one of the Loughborough players. Bit of strapping going on. Maren Deutsch coming on, getting a little bit of treatment from one of the medics as well. But everyone good to go, and it's going to be Tutosi to throw in to this line out. Tricky conditions here at Sandy Park this evening. Good ball from Tutosi though, picks out Rachel Johnson, and Chiefs go straight back to that maul. Powerful stuff over the halfway line. Still working their way forward. You can hear Susie Appleby shouting for them to keep going, but well met by Loughborough Lightning, who have really gummed up that Katie Trevathan, I think, who's managed to get herself in the middle of it all. Brooke Bradley though drags the ball out. Wilkins finds Ailey Sinclair. Good hands wide, finds Kaneko Kobayashi. She puts the ball on the ground, and there is space in the backfield. It's Brooke Bradley and Kobayashi who are chasing up. They've done very well though, Lightning, to get themselves out of that. It's Bo Westcombe-Evans who's back there. Offloaded the ball in field. I think Maisie Allen just got a finger to it, and it's going to be a penalty for Lightning. Good identification of space there though. Chiefs did well to get the ball through the hands, find Kobayashi out wide, and she spotted the space in the backfield and put it through.
Yeah, really good option there by Kaneko. We saw Ailey kick it in behind on the other wing, and then Kaneko doing the same on this side. Really good option, really like that. And just, yeah, challenging that Loughborough backfield, that Loughborough defence, saying that, you know, we can send it wide, we can kick it off 10, we can kick it off 15, and here, look, our wingers can kick it too. So, really good, really exciting. But it'll be interesting to see what Loughborough do with this with this line out.
In it goes then. Well picked off though from Nicola Friday, getting up ahead of the Loughborough jumper to turn that ball over for the Chiefs, and Poppy Leach sends it out. Well picked up by Robin Wilkins. Bit scrappy in the midfield, but Maisie Allen takes it in. Well met though by a powerful tackle. She did well to offload it there, Maisie Allen. Found Cantona. Bradley goes back to Robin Wilkins, who once again looks for space. Finds grass. It's well covered by Helen Nelson, and she looks to go wide. Challenging Ailey Sinclair out in that wide channel and doing well to get through the Chiefs winger Helen Nelson. That's good ground from the Lightning fullback. Scarrett offloads to Dogood. Big carry once again from the second rower. Lucy Weaver once again finds Emily Scarrett. She puts it on the boot, but Robin Wilkins in the perfect position to take that one in. The Welsh fly half sends it downfield as Lightning look to spread it wide, but Scarrett sensibly puts her on the toe. This time it's Ailey Sinclair in the backfield. She sends it downfield. Scarrett leaves that one bounce, and it beats her. Tricky bouncing ball into the 22. Ailey Sinclair chasing well. Loughborough, nice chip over the top though. There's space there. Good tackle by Alex Tessier. Did well to read that. But there's space in the backfield here. If Loughborough can find it, they don't. They go through the hands. Rachel Malcolm carries it up. Lucy Weaver into the midfield. Lightning challenging this Chiefs defence. Nelson, well picked up by Sadia Kabea out in that wide channel. She looks to offload, but they set up the ruck. Lucy Weaver calling in her forwards. Well gathered by Campion. Weaver looks deep. Up it goes from Helena Rowland. Well taken by Robin Wilkins. That one was coming down from a real height. Chiefs have done well to resource that ruck. Tutosi offloads to Poppy Leach. She takes it in. Referee calls a tackle. They come open to Tessier. Finds Rachel Johnson. Big carry from the US number 8. Tutosi again. Out to Wilkins. Chiefs going wide. Carried forward by Maren Deutsch. She's a bit isolated. Good clear out on that occasion by Maisie Allen. Bradley. Inside ball from Emily Tutosi. Well read by the Lightning defence. Robin Wilkins. It's Ebony Jeffries on the carry this time. Chiefs have got numbers on this side if they can find it, but Robin Wilkins drops back into the pocket. Up it goes from the outside half. Well taken by Helen Nelson. She offloads. Do good carrying forward. Good quick ball here for Lightning. Nice offload by Rachel Malcolm. Nelson. Another good carry on that occasion by Scantlebury. Making good ground here, Lightning. They go left. Scarrett. Matai Tonga makes good ground. Weaver comes back into the midfield. Finds Christine Belial. Pick and go this occasion from Loughborough. Weaver though, into the midfield. Another good tackle in the midfield by Rachel Johnson. Lightning going through the best phase play of the game so far. Helen Nelson on that occasion takes it in. Weaver. They look to go out the back, but it's good pressure from the Chiefs defence. Hope Rogers rushing up. Good work in defence there from the Exeter Chiefs, and that brings us to half-time. Very competitive first half of rugby, Claudia.
Absolutely exhausting first half of rugby, I'd say. Yeah, I can't tell you how long that last phase of play was, but it's felt like it was forever. There certainly looked like there were some tired legs out there, but I would say Loughborough's work rate has actually been immense, as have Chiefs. But in particular with that kick battle, Loughborough just seem to have a few more options in that backfield. The girls in the midfield are really working hard to get back, and quite often by the time the catcher has caught the ball, by the time Helen Nelson and Helen Rowan's got the ball there, they've got options both sides, which is really really challenging Chiefs and their backfield defence. But yeah, I think a lot of composure from both sides. Ball kept in hand for long periods of play there, which is really impressive from both sides. And exhausting.
Well, it's a fantastic game of rugby we're being treated to here at Sandy Park. Both teams showing fantastic skill set, really good play, and it's Exeter Chiefs who have the lead at half-time. Exeter 19, Loughborough Lightning 7. Join us back here for the second half in just over 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to Sandy Park. Loughborough Lightning back onto the field. Exeter Chiefs with a 19-7 lead at the break. Fast and furious, I think, is the way you describe that first 40 minutes. Both teams going through their phase play well. Both teams stressing the opposition defences. Some really impressive attacking play on show here this afternoon. As Exeter Chiefs are led back onto the field. Poppy Leach leading out this Chiefs side. High fives from the captain all round. And it's going to be a fantastic encounter in this second half. Doesn't look like we've got any changes. Both teams onto the field. The only substitution in that first half, Kaneko Kobayashi came onto the field for Katie Buchanan, as Helena Rowland sets herself up to kick us off in the second half. Impossible to tell which way the wind is blowing here at Sandy Park, so we'll see who's got the advantage as Rowland sends it downfield, taken in by Gabby Cantona. She offloads to Maisie Allen. Big first carry from the open side. Cantona. Hope Rogers this time in the midfield. Always makes ground. The loose head prop. Chiefs come back to the short side. Little pop pass from Dalika Men into Maisie Allen again. Bradley looks back. Robin Wilkins is in the pocket. And the Welsh international doesn't mess around, sends it downfield. Awkward one for Helen Nelson. She does well to control that ball. Finds Helena Rowland, and there's space in the backfield there. Kaneko Kobayashi tracking back, but it's an awkward bounce, and it's well gathered in by Ellen Scantlebury. Lightning then with the first attacking opportunity of this second half. Big carry that time by Campion. Second row. Weaver. Rowland. Oh, a bit of miscommunication that time in the midfield. Lucky there for the Chiefs. There's an opportunity for Brooke Bradley. Referee calls a tackle. And Chiefs are able to exit. Poppy Leach sends it back to Alex Tessier. Tessier clears well downfield. Helena Rowland bringing it back. Still in field though. Tessier, awkward bouncing ball. She looks up. She's got Westcombe Evans in her face. Finds Robin Wilkins. Wilkins sends it downfield, but the ball's still in play. Rowland finds Nelson again. She looks cross field, but only finds Kobayashi, who looks up, and there is a huge amount of space in the backfield. Good kick from the Japanese international. Merin Doige, first one there. Pressure from the Chiefs outside centre. Loughborough Lightning suddenly find themselves back just 5 metres from their own line. Weaver just looking to set up the exit. Sends it back, and a long clearance on that occasion by Rowland. Tessier leaves it bounce. It's an awkward bouncing ball, but still in field. Sends it down to Rowland. Rowland sends it back. Big kick battle to start this second half. Robin Wilkins on this occasion looks up, looks for space, finds grass, bounces over the head of Helen Nelson. Nelson semi-charged down, and that means everyone's onside. Sajid Kabeya picks the ball up. Oh, just a little knock on there. Blimey, that was a fast and frantic opening to this second half, Claudia MacDonald.
Yeah, you wonder what the comms was at half-time for both of these teams. And perhaps assume that engaging in that kick battle was certainly a part of that. But again, really smart from Sadie Kabea there to know that, because I think it was Maisie Allen that got touched to that ball, she was then automatically onside and could go straight for that ball, which is a really smart bit of play from her. Unfortunate, obviously, with the knock-on. But yeah, it's really good to see both teams engaging in that kick battle. I thought notably again that work rate from Loughborough to get back behind the ball catcher to give options is really noticeable and very impressive.
Free kick of the scrum, and Rachel Johnson carries into the midfield, brought down by Rowland. It's going to be Chiefs on the attack then. Merrin Doyes looks up, good fend from the outside centre, brought down by a combination of Scarrett and Matai Tonga. Chiefs come back into the midfield, but a little knock on there from Rachel Johnson, and it's lightning ball. Ebony Jeffries getting over, but the referee's going to bring them back for the advantage, and we're going to have another scrum as we get this second half off at a ferocious pace. Clearly no one has calmed down over half time. Let's see if Chiefs can get some pressure on the Lightning scrum.
Yeah, I think there, like Ebony, it's a great turnover by Ebony. But if you let Loughborough have that ball and you let them play another 2 phases, you know, they're not in a particularly dangerous area. You let them play another 2 phases, that advantage then disappears, and then you have an opportunity to really go for a turnover and win the ball back. But what we've done now is we've given them that knock on, we've given them the scrum, and again, they set up here with a kicker, 2 kickers on one side, another kicker on the other side, in quite a dangerous part of the field.
Chiefs look to get the shove on then. It's messy at the back. Weaver clears well. Good feet on that occasion by, I think that's Helena Rowland. She's done very well to make ground. Quick ball for Weaver. They come left. Kabea out the bat to Matai Tonga. Goes wide to Scarrett, but just bouncing through the fingertips of Emily Scarrett. There was space there, but that one unfortunately just not going to hand. And the Chiefs fans giving Emily Scarrett their usual chanting treatment. Quick note for Emily Scarrett, fantastic to see her back. It's been such a long time out with injury. Really good to see her back playing rugby.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think 14 months or so from her last game to her first this time round. And obviously that journey can't have been easy with the injury that she had. So yeah, amazing to see her back playing. She'll be disappointed with that. It's not, you know, that wasn't her fault. I mean, there was no window for that ball to go into. Just a shame because Loughborough had such an overlap there. It was a really good attacking opportunity for them.
Referee losing his patience. This time it's a penalty, but once again Rachel Johnson tapping and going, carrying into this Loughborough defence. A little bit of a tough pass for Hope Rogers over her shoulder to take, and Robin Wilkins having to track back. Gathers that ball, finds Ailey Sinclair. Sinclair looks infield. Nice footwork from the Scottish winger. Gets Chiefs back over halfway. Come back to the short side. Hope Rogers, little dummy in field, tucks and goes. Gets over the game line. Bradley looks back, finds Tessier. Tessier sends it down into the Lightning 22. She splits Rowland and Nelson, but Helen Nelson brings it back, gets through the attempted tackle of Ailey Sinclair, breaks another tackle. Good carry by the Lightning fullback. Weaver back in field. Do good that time on the carry. Maisie Allen competing hard. Fantastic work by the Chiefs open side flanker. Saw her opportunity, got her hands on the ball, forced the referee to give the penalty. Really good work by Maisie Allen. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, great decision making there. I think she's the one with she slams the attacker down to the floor and just doesn't give Loughborough any time to get over that breakdown. It's a really, really nice bit of play by Maisie. It's what you expect from any 7, isn't it?
Absolutely. Tessier then, nice kick into the corner, kept it flat in the wind, and Chiefs with a good attacking opportunity as Loughborough Lightning look to make a replacement. It's going to be Bulu Mataitonga who comes off, Carmela Morale who comes on. Bit of a reshuffle then in this back line. Looks like Morale going to 12 and Emily Scarrett who's going to be going to 13. But it's Emily Totosi to throw into this line out. Finds Ebony Jeffries. Chiefs set that driving maul. Well set up maul here. Christine Balil done well to get her on the side, but Chiefs keep marching forward. Emily Totosi, the ball safely tucked under her arm. This time Poppy Leach comes away with it, the Chiefs captain. Powers to within just 1 metre. Good rush defence on Nicola Friday, didn't give her an inch. Chiefs on the march, good hit from Sadia Kabea on Dalika Menin. Stopping the tight head at source. Popped up to Ebony Jeffries, good carry from the blindside flanker, getting the Chiefs back on the front foot. Friday once again well met by Sadia Kabea. She's throwing herself around this afternoon. Chiefs though, working through those phases. Now they go wide. Cantona out to Wilkins. There's space here if the Chiefs can work it. Tessier finds Kobayashi on the wide outside, and the Japanese international gets her second try of the game. Very similar to her first on that occasion, Claudia. Chiefs going through the phases in the midfield, tightening up the Loughborough defence, and then pulling the trigger to go wide when it's on. Yeah,
really good. Again, I think it's really good for Chiefs and really good for their development and growth as a team to prove to themselves that they can score in those wide channels. I think, if I'm honest, I think they're making it a little bit harder for themselves than they need to. We're sat pretty close to Susie Appleby next to us, and I can hear her shouting for them to pick and go. And I think Chiefs need to do exactly that. They haven't really challenged Loughborough with how well they can defend our forwards in pick and go formations. I think probably when we're that close to the sticks, that close to the line, maybe we can tighten up and go for that. I think at the moment we're giving our forwards a lot of work to do. We're sending them in individually on their own. We need to really be latching those players, getting a two-person attacking against a two-person defence, because at the moment we're having single attackers defended very well with double tackles, which is hard for any attacker to break. But yeah, again, really good to see Chiefs able to move that ball to the width, able to keep that composure and score out wide.
Absolutely. It's going to be Cantona then. I'm sure she'd agree with you, because she'd have a much nicer attempt at goal than wide outside. Good attempt again by Gabby Cantona, just dropping under the crossbar. So Exeter Chiefs 24-7 up as we approach the 50-minute mark here at Sandy Park.
I'd be interested to see which way they kick this time. I think they changed their direction of kick up at the beginning of this first half because they didn't want Delika running at them in the middle of the field. But if you don't have Delika running at you in the middle of the field, you've got Hope Rogers running at you in the middle of the field, which is some of the beauty and the strength of this team. But so they've kicked back to this side. I guess they they prefer their chances against Hope than they do against Delika in the middle.
On that occasion, Gabby Cantona putting the ball on the toe, and it's a fantastic kick by the USA Eagle International, finding space, driving Loughborough back inside their own 10-metre line, forcing them to play from deep, which in these conditions is not easy. So really impressive work there from the inside centre. It's going to be replacement hooker Kendall Wardby to throw in. Good drill from Loughborough Lightning, and they look to go to their own maul. Poppy Leach has got herself round onto the wrong side, but referee is happy with the way she's got there. Referee gives the penalty. Dragging down at the maul, and it's going to be a good opportunity here for Lightning to drive down into Chiefs half. First good attacking opportunity of the half for Loughborough Lightning.
Yeah, it's a shame there for Chiefs to allow that penalty to creep in. It was a really good defence of a maul. To keep Loughborough's maul quiet is no mean feat, and they did excellently there. And just a penalty creeping in at the end just lets Loughborough off. Now they've gained another 20 metres, 30 metres, 40 metres with an attacking kick, and suddenly they're just outside the 22 with an attacking line out.
Absolutely. Here they go then. Ball comes in, but that one from Wardby just drifts not straight. Chiefs are let off on that occasion, and they're going to go to the scrum. So let's see if the Chiefs can eke out a penalty from this set piece. They look dominant in the first half. The referee has blown a few times against Loughborough. Let's see how this scrum goes. You're right, Claudia. It's a terrifying prospect for opposition when you've got a front row like the Chiefs have on their bench. To have Clee Maloney, Demi Swan and Lizzie Hanlon ready to come on, it's a scary prospect.
Yeah, I think it's really good for Chiefs, and that's why we can use the scrum to such an advantage, because we know we've got a very good scrum, but also it's exhausting to scrummage.
Yeah.
So when you've got 6 players that can do it equally well as each other, that's huge for a squad.
Absolutely. Rachel Johnson bringing the ball out well on that occasion. Lightning up very quickly, but referee's happy, and the ball comes back to Robin Wilkins, who looks downfield once again. Well taken in by Nelson. This time Helena Rowland looks to carry, brings it back to the halfway line. Weaver, quick ball right, offload to Sadia Kabea. She's dragged down by Delika Menin. Good clear out by Lightning. Good fast ball. Emily Scarrett. Little chip over the top. It's a tricky one, but well read by Kobayashi. She does well to offload to Tessier, who drives the ball downfield. Finds space. Covered by Helena Rowland. She puts the ball on the toe. Robin Wilkins waits. Cries of send it long from Susie Appleby, and Wilkins obliges, driving Loughborough back into their 22. Scarrett doesn't have much option from back there. It's a good clearance by Emily Scarrett, but that's good work from Chiefs, winning the kick battle on that occasion and getting the throw into this line out on the Loughborough 10-metre line.
Yeah, great work, great organisation. Gabby Cantona there and Brooke Bradley putting loads of pressure on the defence, on those kickers, and forcing them to kick off, which is great. You know, this is a big win for Chiefs, and I think we're seeing that cohesion between Tessier and Robin Wilkins really coming to the front. As you know, I think they're communicating well and noticing where that space is and kicking to it.
Absolutely. Emily Totosi then finds captain Poppy Leach. Bit of a knock on there as Chiefs look to set up the maul. Frustrating one for that Chiefs pack, and it's going to be a scrum down to Loughborough Lightning. Interesting to see, Gloria, how Robin Wilkins and Alex Tessier filling the backfield, with one chasing after a kick, the other one drops, always having a kicking option out the back there. It's proving vital for the Chiefs.
Yeah, especially against Loughborough. When we talk about kicking threats, so Loughborough have also got 2 10s in the pitch, Helen Nelson and Helena Rowland, and Emily Scarrett with great kicking threats. But you know, we've spoken a lot about Tessier and Robin and their kicking games, but Kaneko and Ailey have both put kicks in, and you've got Merrin and Gabby Cantona that have both also put kicks in. So across the whole back line, there are kickers across this team. Brooke Bradley as well at 9. So yeah, it's all about making sure that you know who's in the backfield, who's chasing, making sure that you've got a really good solid chase, because you can put in a brilliant kick, but if you've got nobody you know, putting that chase on and putting that receiver under pressure, then the kick is only really ever as good as the chase.
Absolutely
That's
right.
what I like to say as a winger anyway. The one putting everyone on and chasing the ball.
Absolutely right. Chiefs winning a big scrum as they make first substitutions of the afternoon. Emily Totosi coming off, replaced by Clee Maloney. Lizzie Hanlon is coming on for Dalika Menin. And also coming on, looks like Adele McMahon, who's coming on for Ebony Jeffries. So, 3 big substitutions there. Good to see Tricky on the field, co-captain for Ireland in this Six Nations. She's a fantastic performer and a great member of the Chiefs squad. As Clee Maloney gets her first throw in to the line out, well taken by Maisie Allen, and Chiefs go to the driving maul once again. Look to spin it round the corner. Loughborough have done well to slow that one up. Referee telling Brooke Bradley to use it. Chiefs get the ball back. Bradley finds Cantona. Good carry by the American international. Merrin Doidge outnumbered on the clear out, but Chiefs have done fantastically well to retain possession. A tough pass there for Chiefs to take, and another little knock on in that 22-metre line. We talk a lot about red zone efficiency these days, Claudia, and it's important for Chiefs to focus on those when they get these attacking opportunities. It's really important that they convert.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you've got to be in the 22 and you've got to come away with points. I mean, that simply shows how good the defences now are in the Premiership. That's not a guarantee, but you know, these games are hard. They're really hard won. I think the Premiership's only getting better and better. And at the moment, when you look at the league, it looks like there's a top 2 or even a top 4, and then the rest of the league. That's just not the case.
Yeah.
And often matches now are won by a matter of 5 points, 7 points, and it's getting closer and closer. And it shows how efficient you have to be with your opportunities in the 22. And if you're not efficient, you've got to come out at the end the wrong way of a loss, unfortunately.
Absolutely. That time, scrum down, ferocious drive coming in from the Chiefs. I think it was
between the 10 and the 14. Ellen Scanterbury and Helena Rowland there that has given Loughborough this opportunity, which is pretty cool to see. You know, in the middle of the pitch, you've got a winger in your 10 really going at a breakdown and getting results from it. It's just it shows the diversity of the players you've got on the pitch now. Having said that, what a scrum from Exeter Chiefs.
What a scrum, just pushing Lightning off their own ball, and they go wide again, looking for Kobayashi. She's on a hat-trick, dragged down just a couple of metres short. Scrappy ball on that far side, and the Chiefs are out into touch, but it's going to be an Exeter throw in to the line out. So Good attacking opportunity here for the home side. Ferocious power coming through from the Chiefs pack, driving Loughborough straight off their own ball. They'll be looking to use that power here at the line out. Del McMahon tricky in that scrum half position. Good throw from Clee Maloney, finds Poppy Leach at the back. That one just spitting out though, couldn't quite get the transfer right. And another let off for Loughborough Lightning. They're going to have the scrum down on the 5 metre line, although I'm not sure they'll see that as a win.
It's not exactly where you want to have a scrum, is it? Especially when the previous scrum, you've just been driven back 6-7 metres. They'll certainly be feeling the pressure, but then again on the reverse side of that, Chiefs are going to be pretty disappointed. You know, they've spent a fair few phases down here. They've had some good opportunities. That was a massive scrum. Yeah, they then won the line out, but then to have something, you know, a sloppy bit of error there creep in, will be frustrating for definite for the Chiefs.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Really important to try and convert when you get these attacking opportunities. As Claudia said, defences are so good now in the PWR. You've got to take your chances when they're on offer. Lucy Weaver then, I'm sure she'll be looking to get this one in and out as quickly as possible. Scrum's moving around a little bit, but the ball comes in from Weaver. Once again, Chiefs look to put the shove on. And it's a try for Exeter. It looks like it's going to be Nicola Friday who comes up with the score. Chiefs forcing the turnover at the back of that scrum. And on her 50th appearance for the Exeter Chiefs, Nicola Friday getting over and getting the try. That scrum is really an attacking weapon now for Exeter, causing Loughborough all kinds of problems, and the physicality from the Chiefs really starting to show.
I think that was a combination of things that we've already spoken about. You know, we talk about that depth in that front row. You've just had Cleena Maloney and Lizzie Hanlon come in. Lizzie Hanlon, who's been floating around England camps recently, which is really, really exciting for such a young player. But yeah, the strength of the front row, that's two really dominant scrums they had. And then we spoke about earlier, getting those latches to our forwards so they're going over the line. We're putting two attackers against potentially a double tackle. And right there was Clee Maloney again latching Nicola Friday and sending her over the try line. It's really difficult to defend that. Really big piece of work.
Absolutely. Two players who've played together a lot at international level as well. So good to see them linking up for the Chiefs. As Cantona kicks the extras. Lovely kick from Gabby Cantona. And that's Nicola Friday's last action of the day. She's replaced by number 19, Harriet Miller-Mills. Good shift today by Nick Friday. Put in a lot of work. Exeter out to a 31-7 lead. Coming onto the field for Loughborough Lightning, Amelia Williams. She's coming on at loosehead, replacing Katie Trevathan. So a couple of substitutions there on either side as Helena Rowland looks to set up for this latest restart.
Yeah, I think Katie Trevathan over there just getting some treatment. Hopefully she's okay. It looks like they're looking after her head or neck, so I don't know whether that got caught at the wrong side, potentially. But hopefully she's fine and is able to walk off this pitch and is good for the next game.
Absolutely, absolutely. We wish her well. She looks all right, so hopefully nothing too serious for the Lightning loosehead prop. While we're waiting then, Claude, what do you think Loughborough need to do to work their way back into the game? I think the win is probably out of their reach at this point with less than 20 minutes on the clock, but what will they be looking for in the final quarter?
Yeah, I think they've been really dominant. When they got ball in hand, they're really good, and Chiefs are giving them some opportunities the way they're defending at the moment. I think they just need to get ball in hand and put themselves on the front foot, a little bit more depth potentially in their attack, a few passes being thrown forward or not quite forward but resulting in knock-ons, but really they've got to buckle down in that scrum area. You can't be giving Chiefs an opportunity like that to drive you back for 6-7 metres, so tighten up their set piece, keep ball in hand and have a go.
Absolutely. We're off then. Maisie Allen takes it into contact. Brooke Bradley and Robin Wilkins just setting up their exit plan. Bradley back to Wilkins, inside of 22, drives it downfield. Helen Nelson gathers in, looks up, looks for space. Good tackle by Ailey Sinclair, but it's lightning ball on the halfway line. Sadia Kabea well met on the advantage by Rachel Johnson. Weaver looks open side, nice inside ball back for Bo Westcombe Evans. Look down this short night this time, Lightning. Rowland to her captain. Tackle just inside the Chiefs half. Replacement tight head, Catherine Welsh takes it into contact. Scarrett steps in field, looks for the offload, but that one just gone forward. Nice defensive work by the Exeter Chiefs, putting pressure, and it's Lightning are going to have to start taking some risks, aren't they, with the scoreline as they're at. Scarrett looking for the little offload on that occasion, met in a double tackle of Hope Rogers and Adele McMahon, and forcing the error. Chiefs with the opportunity to put down midfield scrum. Nice attacking ball. Let's see what they can do off the back of this set piece. Brooke Bradley to put a ball into this scrum. Referee looks to reset things. 2 replacement front rows. It's just Hope Rogers remaining from the opening front rows that started this match. We reset again. Bradley to put the ball in. That one straight out from Rachel Johnson, and she's off. Another big carry from the American international, makes good ground 20 yards up the field. Maisie Allen with a quick pick. Sets the ball back for Brooke Bradley. Bradley finds her captain Leach, offloads to Harriet Miller-Mills. Miller-Mills been a fantastic addition to the Chiefs squad this season. Wilkins finds Cantona. Cantona looks out the back, bouncing ball, finds Tessier. Tessier carrying it into contact. Good quick ball from Brooke Bradley. Great tackle coming in from Sadia Kabea. Big hit on Lizzie Hanlon. Wilkins finding McMahon, powering her way through the contact. Brooke Bradley comes back. Cantona out to Maloney. Nice offload from Maloney to Tessier. Tessier finds Kobayashi, cuts back in field. Well tackled on that occasion by the Loughborough cover defence, but Chiefs working hard through the phases. Inside ball from Poppy Leach. Brooke Bradley finds Wilkins. Once again, it's McMahon in the midfield. Chiefs now inside the Lightning 22. Referee holds out his arm for an advantage. Loughborough not rolling away. Bradley finds Wilkins, who passes to Maisie Allen. Maisie Allen on the carry. Clee Maloney, quick ball back to Robin Wilkins. She looks up, little chip through from the Welsh international, gathers her own kick. Chiefs back on the front foot. Del McMahon finds Meryn Doidge. Meryn Doidge steps in field, big handoff from the outside centre. Chiefs just 5 metres away now. Miller-Mills on the carry. Well met though by stern Loughborough defence. Miller-Mills still on her feet. Big clear out by Rachel Johnson. Recycle the ball. Hope Rogers this time. Just a couple of metres short. Cantona offloads to Clee Maloney. Maloney fights her way to the line. She is so powerful. 5 metres out, Clee Maloney. Nice offload from Gabby Cantona, and you're not going to stop the Irish hooker from there. Lovely score, Claudia, lovely score.
Yeah, really good. I mean, she had no right to score it. She went over the top of, like 2 tacklers there. Perhaps she's seen Carmela Morale and gone, I'll challenge her to make a tackle on me and see how she goes. But yeah, really good from Chiefs. Looking really dangerous. I like the little chip over the top from Robin. The speed at which they're moving the ball is really good, and it's just challenging Loughborough, seeing how quickly they can get their defence set, ready to tackle these our great big ball carriers.
3 changes being made then for Exeter Chiefs, leaving the field. Maisie Allen, Hope Rogers and Brooke Bradley replaced by Demi Swan, Taz Bricknell and Olivia Ortiz, as Gabby Cantona lines up the extras. Chiefs really extending their lead in this second half. Cantona steps up. No mistake from the Chiefs inside centre. That extends the scores. Exeter Chiefs now 38 points to 7 up, as Loughborough Lightning look to make a couple of extra replacements of their own. Sarah Svoboda and Caris Williams-Morris coming onto the field, as well Jess Weaver replacing her sister at scrum half. Opportunities here for some of the Chiefs bench to show their skills. We haven't seen Demi Swan for a while. Good to see her back on the field. Taz Bricknell as well, another who's impressed since joining from Worcester. Leaving the field for Loughborough Lightning, looks like Emily Scarrett's day is done. She heads to the sidelines. Good to get 67 minutes under her belt. As we restart downfield, Ailey Sinclair calls for it, finds Bricknell. Great shot though coming in from Sarah Svoboda. Good tackle by the replacement back rower. Chiefs back in the pocket to Robin Wilkins, who sends it downfield back over the halfway line to Helen Nelson. Nelson finds Rowland. Those two have worked in tandem well all afternoon. Going to that right hand side. Out to replacement Caris Williams-Morris, who's out there on the right wing now. Weaver back in field. Nice carry by Campion. Helena Rowland. Good tackle coming in the midfield from Lizzie Hanlon. Rowland again. That one not quite going to hand, bouncing around, but it's all gone backwards. Lightning retain possession. Svoboda, that time, that's knocked on, and it's gathered by Adele McMahon. Not sure you can dive on the ball from there. No, referee agrees, and it's going to be a penalty to the Chiefs. Good defensive pressure from Exeter. No room for Lightning to get over that gain line, and it's so hard to play when you're on the back foot.
Yeah, I think it's that energy that the subs are bringing. Again, we talk about depth. It's just fabulous to see Exeter really emptying their bench, having all those players on with a decent amount of time still to play in the game. It's that level of trust that you've got of your players on the bench. And yeah, really exciting. It seems to be, at the moment, Chiefs are the first ones to react to any error. They're just diving on any loose balls and getting that ball moving nice and quickly, which is really good to see. I think Chiefs, again, you look at Daisy Hibbert-Jones, she's been everywhere today, and it was her on the outside edge, linking up with the wingers and putting them away into space. So she's been really great, especially with her work rate to get back on site in that kick battle and offer Loughborough an option in attack. Yeah,
it's an impressive Loughborough back row for sure. Rachel Malcolm does a huge amount of the hard work for the visitors, and Hibbert-Jones and Sadia Kabea, well, we know what they can do. So they have caused Chiefs problems, but ultimately Exeter have played well in this match. 38 points to 7 up in tricky conditions at Sandy Park. Lizzie Hanlon down, doesn't look too bad, just getting a little bit of strapping here on her left elbow. Hopefully that's nothing too serious, as the Chiefs will have the line out just outside the Loughborough 22. Lizzie Hanlon, a fantastic example, Claudia, of the pathway working so well down here in Devon. Played for the university, worked her way into the Chiefs outfit, and is now on the fringes of that Red Roses squad. Really exciting to see.
Yeah, I think Exeter Chiefs is often seen as having these really talented international players that have come from afar, which absolutely they do, but when you look at the team sheets that Chiefs put out, they're littered with players from the southwest, that have grown up Devon, Dorset, Cornwall, that again, are now moving their way through the pathway of Chiefs, playing Premiership levels, and now are edging into England camps as well. You've got Lizzie Hanlon, you've also got Maisie Allen that's from down here, Merrin Doige, Ebony Jeffries, who's a constant player in this Chiefs team. They're all, local talent that's really, really good to see playing for Chiefs. And it's only, there's only more of them to come through as well. The likes of Danny who played in the university game earlier. She's from here. She grew up. She played her rugby down at Exmouth, which is where I coach. And yeah, it's a really brilliant talent that again is coming through that system, playing for Chiefs, and hopefully, one day we might even see her in a Rosa shirt too.
Absolutely, quite right. Wonderful to see the Bucks rugby match here beforehand. Plenty of young talent on display coming through the system here in the southwest. Clee Maloney then, in it goes to the line out, picks out her captain again. Bricknell into the midfield. Sinclair, lovely, it's a lovely line by Adele McMahon. If she can just link up on that occasion. Really nice set move, good hard angle cut by the Irish blindside flanker. Just couldn't quite keep the ball at hand. And it looks like we're going to have another stoppage here in play. Loughborough Lightning player down. This time I think it's Helena Rowland getting a little bit of treatment. She was on the receiving end of Adele McMahon's carry, so hopefully nothing too serious for the Lightning outside half.
Yeah, we talk about running those forwards down those middle channels, and that's exactly what Chiefs have done all day, and they've got really good reward from it. It's a really difficult place to defend from. There's so much going on, there's so many lines being cut from the attack that defenders have to be aware of so many different options that they have to defend and stay connected and stay organised in that. And yeah, Chiefs have run really good lines to challenge Loughborough. But yeah, unfortunate there from Tricky from Edel. Not to come out with the ball in hand, but yeah, just on. That's her first opportunity to do it, so hopefully she'll get another.
I'm sure she will. And you talk there about options, and that's what's so fantastic here for the Chiefs. The ball comes out to Wilkins at 10. We know that she can go out the back to Cantona. She inevitably has two forwards coming through on hard lines. There's always an option for the fly half, and it's causing this Lightning defence all kinds of problems. They're doing well though. Loughborough, they've defended well all afternoon. Chiefs have had the bulk of the possession, particularly in this second half, and they've really stressed the Lightning defence. As we pack down for another scrum just inside Lightning territory on the 22-metre line. It's going to be Weaver to put in. Jess Weaver this time replaced her sister Lucy Weaver. Ball goes in. Chiefs look to put the shove on, but this time referee not happy. I think it's Demi Swan is given the penalty, dropping for a knee, and Loughborough go quickly. Williams Morris looks to get the offload away, but that one just going to ground. Scantlebury can't quite reel it in. They have to try things now, Lightning. There's less than 10 minutes left, less than 5 minutes left in the game, and yeah, they've got to throw caution to the wind. But playing from deep in these windy, cold conditions at Sandy Park's never easy. So we're going to have Chiefs back on the attack with the scrum midway between the 10-metre and the 22. Olivia Ortiz, another US international, onto the field. She'll be putting the ball in. And let's see if we can get some attacking shape from this scrum. Loughborough pushing early. Referee holds his arm out for advantage. And Chiefs come into this midfield. Kobayashi off her wing. Look to pass, decides to carry instead into that midfield. Quick ball, Ortiz comes back to the right, finds Miller Mills. Well tackled by Lightning defence. But Chiefs retain possession. Lizzie Hanlon, she's well met in the midfield. Good ferocious defence coming here from Loughborough. Wilkins out the back to Merrin Doige. Doige carries across field, she's well shackled. Chiefs go back down that short side. No, Sinclair changes her mind. Carries hard. Good clear out by Clee Maloney. Referee holds his arm out. That's another penalty. Offside at the edge of that ruck, and Chiefs will have the opportunity to drive the ball into the corner. Alex Tessier will kick for touch, looking to get her side on the front foot inside the 22.
It's great speed of play. I mean, Chiefs aren't giving Loughborough the chance to even get back on side before they're playing again, which allows them to be on the front foot, allows them to have more options. Yeah, Ailey's even got the time there to go left, decide, oh, she's made a mistake, come all the way down the back of the ruck and have a go. It's just really good speed of play, and hopefully that's going to open up the Exeter attack even more for these last few minutes of the game.
Absolutely. Clee Maloney looks to throw into this line out. They go to the front, find McMahon, set up that maul. Spin round to this right-hand side. Maloney's got her hands on the ball. This time back to Harriet Miller-Mills in the back seat, and they're still moving forward. So difficult to stop that Exeter Chiefs maul. They're over the line. Referee's hunting. Oh, it's just come down short. Flick pass over the top. Kaneko Kobayashi. That's her third try of the night. She gets the hat-trick. Nice little flick on pass. It looked like the Chiefs were going to go over from the driving maul. Drag just down short. Ortiz finds Tessier. Nice flick on from the Canadian fullback. And it's Kobayashi who gets the score in the corner. Brings up 40 points for the home side.
Yeah, for anyone thinking they're worried for Chiefs about their winger injuries, Calico seems to be putting her hand up there as a very capable winger and able to finish those opportunities. But yeah, a really good bit of finishing there. A good bit of composure from Tess. I mean, that's not really a trained bit. Yeah. A bit of volleyball in the corner there. So yeah, a really good finish from Chiefs. I'd like to see them, go again, really, to be honest. I think it's really important for Chiefs that this is exactly what they do today. That, they've had a couple of tough games recently, 2 losses and a draw, which perhaps they weren't anticipating. So I think this has been huge for Chiefs to put themselves back on the map, to show to themselves how they want to play and what they're capable of. Absolutely right. It's been a professional performance by this Exeter outfit as Cantona goes from out wide, just inside the left-hand upright, and with a few minutes left on the clock, it's the Chiefs who have the lead with a few minutes to go. 43 points to 7 up as Helena Rowland gets us underway. This time goes short, can't quite gather it in from the Chiefs, but it's a penalty to the home side. Clea Maloney tackled in the air, and they're going to have one more attacking opportunity here. Tessier looks downfield. The rain's starting to come in here at Sandy Park. Tough conditions this afternoon. Tessier looks downfield. Good kick from the fullback. She made good ground with that. And Chiefs will have the attacking line out just inside the 10-metre line of Loughborough Lightning. Maloney then to throw in, gets the instructions from Demi Swan. Let's see what the Chiefs do from here. Poppy Leach makes the call. In it comes Rachel Johnson at the front. Chiefs once again going to the driving maul. Maloney in the driving seat. Over that 10-metre line they go. Once again, powerful stuff from the home team, but that's gone to ground. Can they get the ball back? Yes, they can. Recycled well on that occasion. Swan picks, carries hard. Good carry from the replacement loosehead. Ortiz into the midfield. Kobayashi out to Tessier. Well shackled by the Lightning defence. Rachel Johnson now. Good pick up by Gabby Cantona. Offloads well to Wilkins. There's space on the outside. Nice hands by Clea Maloney. Finds Kobayashi. Puts it on the toe. Into that Lightning 22. Good tracking across by Scantlebury. She offloads, but is well tackled by Alex Tessier. Good following up from... Oh, it wasn't Tessier. It was Miller-Mills, sorry. Getting my two Ginger Chiefs mixed up on occasion. Right. Weaver. Lightning in possession. Ball goes back to Helena Rowland. Puts her boot through it and gets Lightning just outside their 22. Can't be long left in this match. Claudia, who's stood out for you on both sides? I think there's been some brilliant performances from both. I think Daisy Hibbert-Jones' work rate for Loughborough has been immense. Quite often we found her in those wide channels, getting the ball wide, giving the ball to the wingers, giving them the opportunities. I think the combination of Helen Nelson and Helena Rowland has managed the Loughborough backfield incredibly well. And there's been some great up-front tackles made by Loughborough. I think on the Chiefs side, I like the combination of Robin Wilkins at 10 and Tessier at 15. I think Robin has really controlled this Chiefs team incredibly well and pulled the trigger at the right times, which is really good to see. And and can take a lot of credit for the scores that Kaneko has had in the corners. So I think, yeah, Robin has been really, really good for Chiefs.
Chiefs on the attack here. Sorry, Claude. Bit scrappy at the back of the ruck, but Ortiz gets it out. Miller Mills offloads to Taz Bricknell. Referee just calls that one forward, and that'll do for the afternoon. Exeter Chiefs then get the win. Impressive performance from the home side, 43 points to 7. A big thank you to all of you for joining in, watching along on the stream. We'll be back here. It's a bit of a break now for the Chiefs. We'll be back here against Saracens later in the year. Keep your eyes on the Chiefs site for those tickets. They've just gone live. We'd love to see as many of you here as possible. Claudia, thank you so much for joining us. One final word on that performance.
Thanks very much for having me. What I would say to anyone is that if you're a betting person, listen to what Emily McGee says, because in a Q&A earlier in hospitality, she predicted the scoreline of 43-7, which everyone thought was wildly, big. But no, here we are, Chiefs, 43-7 against Loughborough, a huge performance, and they can take a massive amount of confidence going into their following games and post Six Nations.
Yeah, she's made me look very silly, because she said 43-7, and I immediately doubted her. So, you're absolutely right. Fantastic performance by the Chiefs. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you back at Sandy Park soon.